Global City. He'd only beaten just over 2 lengths into 4th. That was another good run. The race didn't pan out to suit him last week, whereas the first time when he won, it did. He's got a sort of decent drawing for Ted Durkin. I wouldn't say bullish, but he's definitely hopeful of a very big run.
Well, we've got an Italian train runner here, Morgan Drive, been running around Milan and Rome and so forth, and been equipping himself very, very well. Pat Smith on board?
Yeah, sort of Group 3 type performers, and this is a Group 3 race, that's obviously his level. But we are talking about War Artists and Gallagher, who have proven Group 1 performers, so he needs to step up on what we've seen him do so far.
I suppose we should just give a mention to the 2 reserves that have got in. Al Quasi is certainly an interesting runner, but Star Crowned, a locally trained contender for Rashid Balsley, Louis Gerardo on board. You mentioned him, Jason. If the locally trained runners, he would certainly be one of the leader protagonists.
Yeah, and like Musalem, they're trained at Metropolitan Stables, aren't they? So on the track behind Metropolitan, one of the old race courses here in the UK. There is Musalem. He looks very well. Al Quasi actually looked very well, didn't he? For Ali Rashid Al Rahi. They'll be glad. And Takdir is a horse who's coming down the handicap nicely. You can see him winning the handicap if he comes down a little bit more. Can't see him winning the Group 3. So, but there again, I said CR couldn't win the last race, so that's probably the one to get on.
It just proves, doesn't it, though, how the form book can often be just thrown out the window.
I have thrown my form book out the window.
It's a long way down anyway from up there.
Yeah, luckily underneath the pressure and there's nobody in those seats.
Okay, with Star Crown, instant recall just going through the shot now. Morgan Drive, you can see there for Pat Simon. Could be interesting. Takdir, he just gets in at the bottom here. Al Qazi, the horse in the white colours with the green quarters. I mean, he's an interesting runner. He actually used to be trained by Ali Rashid Arai a few years ago and didn't actually run here in Dubai, and then went to Peter Chapel Hyams and was a real decent sort of handicapper over 1,400 metres. He won a Group 3 race at the Curragh. So he's got smart form, and interesting to see how he fares. He did get a little bit warm in the paddock though, Laura, didn't he?
Yeah, he won the best standout though, and I did think he looked particularly well. Very fresh, as you say, very much on his toes. There's a little Star Crown. He doesn't really take the eye, does he? But he's such a brave horse, and he's sure to run a big race. He's very, very consistent indeed. An instant recall in a solid horse. Takdir will be interesting if they don't go off in front with him. I think sometimes tendency perhaps to go off a bit too fast and he doesn't quite see the race out. I think he's got plenty of talent.
Yeah, he's a nice individual, isn't he? Abdullah bin Hussein saddles him. There's Indian Chant, the black cap of Sheikh Hamdan, Tiger O'Shea on board here. He's had winners in those colours before, isn't he? Of course, with the black cap. Richard Hill's just talking to Frankie Dettori, who's aboard Gallego. I have to say, for me, he really caught behind the paddock. Jason said he's one of the heaviest horses in Godolphin Stable. He's a lovely looking individual, very solid, looks very strong, very muscly, very compact, just what you want in a sprinter. Had lots of power coming from behind.
Yeah, he's lovely, isn't he? He just got a little bit warm, perhaps, but going around there calmly enough. I remember seeing him at the Godolphin Open morning last year, and he really is so impressive to look at, and Godolphin's done very, very well with him since he was, and also ran in the Triple Crown a couple of years ago. He is, without a doubt, the one to beat in what looks like a field of useful horses, a good renewal.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how London fare, because that first bend comes up very, very quickly. There's only a furlong or so towards that first bend, and you need to be in a good position. If you miss the break, that could be pretty crucial. But a man who will be describing the action as it happens is Terry Spargo.
Indian Chant just underwent a quick vet's inspection behind the gate, Brett, but all is A-OK. He's been class fit to run. And El Qazi, the reserve, who gained a run from gate number 1, is the first to move in. War Artist goes up into the line. Gallego about to come along, a red-hot favourite in the pick 7, not surprisingly. McGillion coming forward, El Cambio moves up. And Sir Jerry, who won on opening night over this 1,200 metres trip, is loaded away. Ted Durkin reunited with Sir Jerry. Now Star Crown comes forward. Instant recall, Morgan Drive, Indian Chant, Musalem and Takdir are the runners we're waiting on. As Morgan Drive goes in, Gallego drawn in gate number 2. Musalem, the grey, is loaded away. Indian Chant goes up, and here's Takdir coming up to gate number 11. And so they're set. Starter ready, Racing in the Elshin Dagger and Musalem on the outside, slow to go. Morgan Drive drops back shortly after the break. Gallego not showing a great deal of pace in the early part. He's midfield as they settle fully into stride, where Instant Recall is taken on by Tacdur, who charges to the lead. McGillion goes to third on the outside of Indian Chant, 3/4 of a length away Star Crowned, followed by War Artist moving forward one deep on the outside of El Cambio, a length to Musalem around Gallego, then El Kazi, Sir Jerry and Morgan Drive whip the Elshin Dagger field in as Tacdur led onto the bend, 500 metres out, and Tacdur 2.5 lengths in front of Instant Recall. McGillion is third, Star Crowned is fourth, and Indian Chant, followed by Musalem, El Cambio, War Artist. Gallego's got a lot to do. There's a gap coming, but he'll need to get a move on. Morgan Drive and Sir Jerry down the outside. War Artist got through, dash to the front, 150 out. It looks all over. Gallego's running on now, but War Artist stole a break, and Gallego can't pick him up. War Artist much too good. War Artist beat Gallego. El Cambio ran third, then Sir Jerry, followed by Star Crown, Instant Recall, Morgan Drive, Indian Chant, Tacdur, Musalem, El Kazi and McGillion came in last of all in the Elshin Dagger sprint of 2010. War Artist burst through, raced away. Gallego gave away a big start, took a while to get going. He eventually charged to second spot, but he was never going to catch the winner. And War Artist has won well. El Cambio will be third, Sir Jerry fourth, then Star Crowned, Instant Recall, Morgan Drive, Indian Chant. McGillion came in at the tail of the field. So War Artist having his first run since the middle of December, when he was unplaced behind Sacred Kingdom in the international sprint at Sha Tin in Hong Kong, has won and won well. 3 runs ago, of course, he was third in the Abbey at Longchamp on Arc Day, which was great form to bring into a race like this. He's handled the all-weather surface to a nicety, and he's won with a lot of authority. Bursting down the centre of the track, Gallego eventually got clear to chase him, but War Artist was just too far in front, and El Cambio got through on the inside.
2, 3, 4, 9, 10, 5, 2 3/4 lengths by 1.5 lengths.
Well, the writing was on the wall a long way from home here. Olivier Perrier aboard War Artist, and he does it very, very impressively, extremely decisively, and he looks a horse to follow for the season. We said he won the Prix de l'Abbé trial at Longchamp back in September. He was then beaten in the Abbé behind, of course, Total Gallery, and then he went to Hong Kong and was even further beaten behind Sacred Kingdom in the Hong Kong sprint. But he has proved that he is a horse of a high calibre. He can compete at a high level, and look at him there in the red cap, just sort of short of room there for a stride or two, but it was all about this horse. Does it very, very decisively in the end. Tacdur, the horse who made every yard of running. Why they keep going off like that I will never know, but there's nothing to say about this winner here. War Artist, very impressive, typical sprinter, does it very, very well.
Doesn't he just? He opened up a very healthy gap straight away between himself and the rest of the field. He's not much to look at, but he's got some engine. He really is a Group 1 horse in a Group 3, as I think he proved there. That is the form that saw him finish third in Europe's top sprint, the Prix l'Abbé. And they will be eyeing World Cup night now for this one. Olivier Perrier did say, yeah, to throw out the form from Sha Tin, he's better than that.